终能与你浪迹红尘一趟。
It seems that Lord Yuzhang still can't let go of what happened during the paddock incident.
We cannot change the past. His Majesty ordered vassals and chiefs of the noble class to offer sacrifices to the fallen army. Since ancient times, emperors have only offered sacrifices to the heavens, as well as their imperial ancestors. This has never been done, unless he has other plans in mind.
What does he want? Everyone around them, including all the noble families of the Chang, will be trampled underfoot by the lower class. There is no other choice.
What now? Is there really nothing we can do about it?
Perhaps we still have someone who can help us about this.
Father, you called for me?
About the bestowal ceremony. Have you heard any news inside the court lately?
All news have been blocked by the Prime Minister and didn't reach His Majesty. But then, the message has been sent out. The rumors are prevalent now.
We'll see how long Wen Zhongshen can keep the secret. You may go.
Did you call for me today to only discuss this matter?
One more thing. The Gu family has declined. If you still want to reconsider your marriage, Gu Caiwei is not a good choice.
I understand, Father.
Now it has been widely said that the Lord has asked His Majesty to hold the 9 bestowal ceremony. Do you think this is the Lord's intention?
How is it possible? You do know the kind of temper the Lord has. It must be some kind of sycophant who wants to stir up suspicions and cause confusion in the court.
Who on earth could it be?
They need to do an investigation, but I think it must be someone who belongs to the noble class.
All of these years, the Lord has been guarding the border and making contributions to the Chang. Why would the noble class bear grudges against the Lord then?
Because they are so afraid of the low class coming into power.
My lord.
Those who spread rumors and cause confusion, no matter how high their status is, or they come from noble clans, they are all violent, heartless people. They can't be trusted.
Somebody must have spread the rumors to frame someone up.
Huyao, if there is an issue that cannot be solved, mere suspicions won't do anything. Nothing good will come out of it. Let them say whatever they want. When things blow up, the people behind it will surely reveal themselves. Oh.
Prime Minister Wen, are you here to see the Empress Dowager?
I heard that Princess Consort Yuchang is here. I have something important to report to Her Grace. Let her know immediately.
Yes. You may come in, Prime Minister. Your Highness, Prime Minister Wen is here to see you. He's waiting for you outside.
Greetings, Princess Yuzhang.
Prime Minister, it must be so urgent that you had to come all the way here.
Yes, it's an important matter indeed. For the sake of Lord Yuzhang and His Majesty, and for the Chang as well. If you didn't know yet, there have been rumors swirling and talks going around the capital.
Why should it bother you if it's only a rumor?
There are no waves without the wind. You really haven't found out how much your husband changed since his return. Haven't you noticed it?
It seems like the Lord has been reborn. There's a good reason why he's changed.
You may not know yet, but there are 3 of the recent memorials who asked to allow Lord Yu Chang to hold the 9 bestowment ceremony. As Prime Minister, on behalf of the military ministers, as well as the commoners, I beg your grace to stop Lord Yu Chang.
Prime Minister Wen.
Your Grace, I know that you have a lot of resentments deep inside your heart. But then, as for the incident in the paddock, it is the Chang and the nobles who should be guilty of what happened to Lord Yu Chang and killed so many soldiers. But now Chang is in turmoil, and it can no longer withstand any more challenges from outside. Moreover, you're a member of the royal family. You're a descendant of the Wang, and you're the princess consort. You shouldn't let the Chang go through all that. We have to do what we can to protect them.
Prime Minister Wen, Lord Yu Chang is not capable of that.
I beg you, Your Grace, for the sake of the country, as well as the people, I beg you to reconsider.
All right. I promise you that. I'll do what I can to stop Lord Yu Chang. You may stand now.
As long as I have your word, I can be rest assured. Everything will be all right. I express my deep gratitude to you on behalf of the common people.
Nine bestowment ceremony. Xiao Qi will never betray the people. Who could be making up all those rumors? Your Grace, this medicine is for preventing a miscarriage.
Your Grace, Lord Zhangsha has sent someone to ask you if you're available to visit his mansion.
Lord Zhangsha?
Yes.
He wants to see me?
Concubine Su has arrived. Please let the Lord know.
Yes, I will. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry.
What's the matter? Why are you rushing?
Because Concubine Su has arrived.
Su Jing'er,
Yes.
The last few years, only empresses visited Lord Jiangxi's mansion. What's with all the fuss with her being a concubine?
It has been said that the concubine is carrying the heir to the throne.
I'll talk to them.
All right.
Greetings to you, Your Grace. Welcome, Your Grace.
No need to be formal. We're old friends.
Understood. This is where you came from, Your Grace. You're considered as part of the family. I'm so glad to know you regard us as such.
Where's Lord Jiangxia?
You're looking for Master? He's inside now. Are you expecting him to go outside and welcome you personally? You may enter.
I know the way inside. Wang An, why did you lead me to this area?
They're sweeping the front hall now. I'll have you wait here only briefly. Master will be here soon. Please.
Jinger,
Lord Jiangxia.
this is your side of the family. You, me, as well as Awu. All three of us grew up playing in this yard together, though you used to be a servant of the family. I want you to know that you can treat me as your older brother. You can tell me everything. Whatever is bothering you. But you have to remember, your secret will become the Wang family's secret. It shall never leave these halls. No one should know.
Lord Jiangxia, don't beat around the bush. Ask me what you want.
Be honest. How long have you been pregnant?
I've been carrying the heir to the throne for 7 months
As far as I know, it's been 9 months. It has been said, lies are easy to make up, while the truth is hard to hide. Do you really think that bump you have can fool the imperial physician? If I'm right about my timing, 9 months ago, it was exactly when the Yanyu incident happened. You and Awu escaped the capital. The emperor was on his way to the capital, and you didn't have the opportunity to see each other at all. How could you become pregnant? I know that. I shouldn't tell you this anymore. And remind you of what happened in the past. But let me tell you this. When you give birth to the baby next month, the physician will tell His Majesty that it's premature. His Majesty won't be suspicious at all. After the lie, earn your dignity back through that child of yours. As for what you did months ago, let's pretend it never happened.
What do you want me to do? As payment for your favor.
I hope you can help me get the imperial seal in return.
What will you do with it?
You have a huge secret. And I have my own as well. But all I can say is that whatever happens, I'll never hurt His Majesty.
You promise not to hurt Zidan?
Your Grace.
Count Zhou Yi, please.
These are letters Zidan wrote to Helan Zhen in secret, irrefutable evidence he had colluded with the enemies to kill the Emperor and frame Xiao Qi.
How did you manage to get these?
It doesn't matter now. Our family is capable of getting information.
So the culprit behind the Lianyu Mountain incident is His Majesty himself.
Zidan is ruthless. He ordered to kill his older brother. And with these as evidence, it's clearly inevitable. Zidan will lose his throne.
Xiao Qi once took an oath. He swore in front of the graves of those dead comrades in arms that he would offer the murderer's head as tribute to the Ningxue soldiers.
I think you should tell him about this information. Your mission will be to deliver these letters and give it personally to Xiao Qi. You should also tell him that you worked so hard to get all of these letters.
Prime Minister, why does it have to be me?
Xiao Qi trusts you the most, and he won't suspect if it's you.
But I haven't been able to visit his home ever since the moment he came back. There might be a rift between us. We're not like we used to be.
Therefore, you should take the initiative to ease the rift between the two of you. These are the evidence he has been unremittingly searching for. It's a huge favor. It's very important to him. He will certainly owe you because of it.
Your Grace, His Majesty has been feeling low ever since. Meeting with Consort Yuzhang. He's been neglecting all of his duties. What if he gets sick?
Shut up.
Greetings to you, Your Grace. His Majesty ordered. You can't take visitors.
I heard His Majesty gets drunk in Chichen Hall. So I brought him some sobering soup today.
But
You shouldn't agitate the mother of his child. If His Majesty finds out, I will blame you for it.
you may enter.
Your Majesty, I'm here. I prepared some soup for you. Your Majesty? Your Majesty.
Don't go. Oh. Oh. With the imperial seal, I can rightfully succeed to the throne when he is gone.
Father, once you do this, there's no turning back.
Do you honestly think the two of us have a way out at this point?
What are you going to do after acquiring that?
Go and get Zhou Yan here.
Yes.
Majesty.
Your Majesty.
Who came here last night?
Your Majesty, it was the noble concubine.
Your Grace? His Majesty is here.
Greetings, Your Majesty.
Was it you? Were you the person responsible for this?
Your Majesty, someone forced me to do it.
Someone forced you. Who did this? You're the one who intentionally did this last night.
You're right. I destroyed it. But how could you blame me for it? If she comes to the palace, I'm going to pour it on her face myself.
You will never be a match to her.
Shoulders down. Shoulders down. And hold your breath. Shoulders down. Keep it steady. Take a break.
I'm not tired. I need to get better. I'll avenge General Guang Lie and those soldiers.
That was better. Keep practicing.
Yes.
I want to practice too!
You want to learn? All right. Take a look at this. Come.
Don't encourage him to take revenge. He's still very young. You shouldn't allow him to
Alright.
harbor hatred.
Hold it like this.
At Lianyu Mountain,
Watch me.
he saw those soldiers
This.
dying before his eyes, and it affected him. I didn't teach him that.
Good.
But see, you want to take
Great.
revenge.
All right.
Your sworn enemy
All
is
right,
not
one
an
more.
ordinary person. Xiao Qi,
See this? Hold it steady.
Xiao Qi.
Careful. Go on.
Let Wen Zhongshan, for example.
Wen Zhongshan,
Good.
he's not
Look.
capable of it.
One more time.
But what if it's my brother?
Watch me.
Like I said, it doesn't matter who he is. What's bothering you?
I'm just worried. What if it's somebody close to me?
It's not. You seem so troubled. Tell me what you're thinking. Say something. Don't burden yourself with it.
Xiao Qi. I wanted to tell you,
Your Highness, the death anniversary of your mother is days away. Her room has been locked up for a long time now, And so I'd like to clean it up. I'll go over there and have the room prepared soon.
You may go, Madam Zhu.
A few days ago, Zidan has summoned you.
Nothing happens in the capital that our family's informers wouldn't know.
Zidan might not be the legitimate successor, but he is our emperor right now. If Xiao Qi rebels, I'm going to proclaim a war. I'll call the military forces in Jiangnan to fight the rebels. I'll take out the imperial edict and set Jing up on the throne. The thing with me, I'll never do anything that I'm not sure of. I don't want to break anyone's trust or waste the alliance. I'm trying to build with you. Cheers.
Oh, don't cry, little one. Hush now.
Who is it? Anyone there?
Please don't cry, little one. Hush now.
Oh, Wang Yan,
Madam Shu!
what are you doing here?
The master came back from the capital. He figured this place is very quiet, so he rented out this attic to entertain some guests. I'm only taking orders. I don't know anything else. Oh, please don't cry.
Whose baby are you holding? Is that Jinger?
Who is Jinger?
Oh, it really is Jinger.
Oh, please don't
Jinger,
cry. That's
Don't
enough.
cry. Didn't Lord Jiangsha tell you that Jing was entrusted to a reliable family in Jiangnan? What is he doing here now?
I have no idea, I swear. Oh, don't
Oh,
cry.
It's
Hush
you,
now.
Madam Zhu.
My lord,
You see, ever since I came from Jiangnan, I've been thinking about Jing. I was worried about him. He was the only son of the last emperor. Now it's all turmoil and chaos in Jiangnan. I think it would be much easier if he stayed by my side, so I asked people to bring him back from Jiangnan.
Count Sui, you can't let Madame Shu see you here in the manor. If Ao and her husband find out you're here with me, the consequences will be great.
but why didn't you inform Lord Yuchang about all this? If Her Highness finds out Jing is already back, Princess Consort Yuzhang will be so happy. Oh, wait a minute.
Stop, that's enough. Let's go outside to talk about it.
Lord Jiangsha, let me take care of baby Jing myself.
Madam Shu! Madam Shu! What did you do? Madam Shu! Wang Yan! Call the physician! Quick!
Yes.
Madam Shu! Madam Shu!
Take care of Ao Wu.
Madame Xu! Madame Xu!
Bury her body in the grave next to your mother's. She served your mother her whole life. It would be fitting for them to be together. Count Sui, we can't stay here too long. We'll handle this.
Aye.
Yes?
Have you heard from Madame Su?
No, Your Highness. Pang Gui went to Xi'an Temple. He said that the doorman didn't see her outside. They didn't find her inside the temple either.
That is so odd. Prepare the carriage.
The carriage?
I'll go find her.
Understood.
I will go with you.
All right.
Master, your father will stay in the Qifeng village tonight. He'll meet with Wang's secret guards there. The place is a bit worn, but it's safe.
Where is Madame Xu?
Qingyun has temporarily buried her at the back of the mountain. Master, I feel bad too. I remember when Madame Xu and I entered the Prime Minister's manor. We went there to serve him and the eldest princess. More than 20 years have passed. I didn't think she would end up being killed like that. Her death was so unexpected. She didn't deserve to die. By the way, Master, if Her Grace doesn't hear from Madame Xu anytime soon, she'll look for her. She might find out that
Please get out right now.
My lord and your grace, we just searched the entire temple. Madame Xu was nowhere to be found.
I saw Madame Xu arrive here early this morning, Your Highness. She said she came to clean the room of the eldest princess. Since we knew that she's already familiar with the place, we didn't send people to accompany her. And we have no idea what time she left. But then, I also heard a baby crying inside the room upstairs.
Did you check her room carefully? Didn't you notice anything odd inside?
I noticed...
The place is, well, occupied right now. Lord Zhangsha has been living there for the time being, Your Highness.
My brother?
Who is it? Your Highness, what brings you here?
You're staying here right now? Where's my brother?
Awu. What are you doing here?
Brother, Madame Su is missing. I came to find her.
Huh? What happened to her?
Mother's death anniversary is in 2 days. Madame Su wanted to come over and clean her bedroom for us. But until now, she hasn't come back yet.
We went out in the afternoon. We didn't see her.
Why are you staying here anyway?
Oh, the truth is that I've been dreaming about Mother lately. I've been missing her a lot, so I decided to come here to feel closer to her and try to ease my longing.
Why didn't you tell me?
I can manage to live alone anywhere, unlike you. If you moved to this place like I did, Lord Yuchang wouldn't be pleased.
The abbess told me that she often heard a crying baby coming from inside this place.
I've never heard such a thing.
唯恐泪雨沾湿你菱花，时间追逐远去的戎马。若思念尚有涯，为何刻在天下？泪可凄清难夹。
听风哭哑如千丈悲家，梦中一念你笑颜如花。此去现已怒马，归来因你温雅，心难舍放不下。等沧海洗尽了铅华，
与你花前月下，
因为你此生才不生繁华。等云海风烟淡化，
天涯尽处归家。
我们再相约于春秋冬夏。乾坤变化，
天涯尽处归家。
我们再相约于春